Hey Melissa, how you going? Yeah, I'm good. I just thought I'd jump on. I haven't been live for ages. Um, I sometimes do TikTok, and I was in the garden today and I was trying to go live for you guys, and it just kept sitting, going. Oh, so frustrating. Yeah, you know it. What a good username. That's funny. And I can't find my little webcam that would make this like a clearer picture either. So add that to the list of things to find tomorrow. Also, it's really hard in the garden to see anything because of the reflection on the screen. So I was just I'm just sharing over to the Facebook page. Made in Australia. Oh, thank you. just I just post me and um yeah. Because I couldn't ever find anyone like me when I started. So everyone's got like younger children. Oh, I'm trying to find a good spot. I've hurt my gluteus maximus. Oh yeah, that just get. Oh, I can't sit. Oh, excusez-moi. I wish this was. Maybe if I could put this higher. So, oh, that's better. There we go. You're on a bit of a lean, but that's okay. Yeah, so I put a schedule, and it's not quite my BUM, but it's that side bit of it. So frustrating. Yeah, so it was 5 or like 4:50 or something, and it kept saying, "Do you want to go live?" It was 4:53. That's right, and it kept saying, "Do you want to go live at 4:50 p.m.?" And I was like, "Sure," because that means it'll just go on. And then I hit live, and then it just sat there, said going live, going live, going live. So whether it didn't have enough reach into the house, which is only like maybe 5 meters away, it wasn't like I was in the middle of whoop whoop doing nothing. So it's frustrating. Hey Possum, how you going? But I got a lot done. I've been in the garden every day for at least an hour, and I've been going live on TikTok around 4:35 p.m. So I'm gonna see if I can set up a schedule, a regular thing. I was just trying to see if I could find some footage from today. Hey Jody, how you going? Oh, is it cold? It's freezing here tonight. Every day has been like this morning was really warm, and then by about 1 o'clock it started coming in cold, and then it rained. I did some I did some weeding, speed time lapse. I was doing that live on Facebook as well. And then someone from the Buy Nothing group gave me all of these pots. Don't know if you can see them. Whoops. And inside one of the pots, you'll see it coming up in a vlog, there's, the string of pearls, succulents. She had this hanging pot and it was all down. And I said, oh my gosh, they're gorgeous to plant. I wish that I had some like that. I've been looking, not meaning can I have something, just like saying, oh, I hope that I could have something like that one day. And she's like, oh, I take some cuttings. I was like, oh, I no, it's okay, I don't want to be rude. She's like, oh, please, it needs a haircut. And she trimmed the entire thing. So I ended up with like this bunch. So it's going to be really good. Oh, I think I've planted a broccolini. I thought it was a broccoli, but it's shot up and it's really tall, and then it's got the individual. So it won't matter. Kira will still eat it, but I'm like, oh, I thought I planted broccoli because the cauliflower that I've planted, and there's another broccoli, it is fat, if that makes any sense. Whereas its broccolini's gone tall, but it had a tag in it that said, actually, I think it did say broccolini. And I went, oh yeah, I'll plant it. It was on clearance for like $1. My whole garden is like $1. I'm gonna go to Bunnings tomorrow, see if I can get some more discount plants because I want to plant some more flowers. I got some marigolds discounted. That was really good. I really want to get some more, but I need to go to a different Bunnings. Oh, Jody, where are you from? And it's so funny when I go live on TikTok because I can't really see the screen if I'm doing stuff. But I look back and I just see that such and such joined. And then they obviously leave 2 minutes later. And then when I look up on the screen, it tells you how many people, or like if my phone is like this, it's over here because you're reversed right now. Yeah, how many people are watching? And there's always like one. Melbourne. 28-day challenge. Yeah, so tomorrow's weighing day. Um, I don't feel as bloated or as big, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping that's really good. And I just realized today that I've been forgetting to do the daily updates. So I think I've got day 10 on my phone recorded and I need to upload it. I just keep forgetting to edit. And I think day 11 is there, but like I've missed 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I might do a combined video. But I've had a couple of days of carb snacky because I was hungry. I was bored and I was hungry and I was a bit stressed and I had a lot of work to do. So, but do you know Christian Hull? He did a TikTok the other day. He went to a nutritionist, and part of me is there thinking I wouldn't mind going to see a nutritionist actually because I need someone that I could like box with, so to speak, to go. I don't need that. What else do you recommend? And like real rapid fire, like I don't like that. What else is good for that, or this or that, and like really start eliminating things really quickly because just about every diet book, like for food recipes and ideas I've seen, I'm like I picked up a book the other day, Frugal Living for the or Whole Meals for the Frugal Family or something. Every recipe's got chickpeas in it. I'm like, so yeah. But then last week I thought I did really well, and I weighed in and I had put on 400 grams and was like, oh, that's not too bad. And then I realized that's half a kilo. But I don't feel bad about it either. I just kind of went, it is what it is. And I'm tracking a lot. So if this 28 days I don't do much, so be it, because I'm learning how to like track and work out where I'm at with things, because like perimenopausal clearly, but I've got IUD in now, and my system is just like this at the moment. It's just like only 2 weeks ago I had a period, and I can feel like I'm getting symptoms back again, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, and I'm a crunchy snacker, so luckily I've got rice cakes in the cupboard, so I can chew on that because that's cheap. But I really need to like get some carrots and chop them up and have them in the fridge, because I will easily snack on that. I've run out of bananas at the moment. Um, oh, and that's what I'm saying. Christian Hull, he said at the nutritionist, she said, make sure you eat something before you drink coffee, because the coffee will spike your blood sugar. So make sure you like eat a banana before you have a coffee in the morning. And I thought, oh my gosh. And then I've been watching a lot of the Dr. Mindy, and she's talking about fast like a girl. Not that I'm fasting, but the theory is the same with protein and the way that that all like works. Oh, see, I don't mind yoga, however, I'm not a fan of any bits like the yogurt, fruit, and stuff like that. What else? Don't know. See, I'm not really a fan of broccoli either. I like cauliflower, but broccoli just got the bits on the end. I would eat it, and if I chopped it up really finely and mixed it through like with a white sauce with broccoli, cauliflower, then I'd eat that as well. Oh my god! Ooh, if this was a vlog, I would cut out. So today I've just been homemaking today, and I realized that my video didn't go up tonight, which is also why I thought I'd jump on live stream, because I made some brioche buns today because I had a half a packet left in the cupboard, and I wanted to cook them and then have them for dinner and then film that and then be able to show you. So the homemaking vlog will come out tomorrow, because I will edit this at like midnight as well. Oh, Jody, you can have all the broccoli. Oh, it's good though. Our neighbor actually came over and gave us a massive head of broccoli, and she said, oh, would you eat this? And I said, yeah, my daughter will. She loves it. She said, oh, we grew it, and oh, I'm so sick of it. I was like, oh, please, we'll take it, because when I help with the bread run, I take her a couple of loaves of bread. Excuse me. And as she says, she doesn't ever expect the bread, but anything she gets, she's grateful for. And I don't go every week. Like, we didn't go this week. We went out to dinner last night instead, because I had a thing to do. I told hubby I was taking him on a work function on the credit card. Ooh, to do a thing. To do a review, shall we say, on the premise. I always wonder what I can and can't say. Oh, possum. Yeah, someone was telling me about hot flashes the other day. I haven't had anything, because when the OBGYN put the IUD in, she said to me, because it's a hormone toothpaste because it's the Marina. She said you will pretty much just sail straight through menopause given your age. So the time you finish your cycle of having that, you should be past like menopause and kind of just like glide through. And I said, okay, no worries. And yeah, I haven't had any hot flushes or anything like that. I know I'm at that age. Excuse me. But I also didn't start my first period until I was 17. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm probably still going to be perimenopausal when I'm like 60. And it was so funny because they said to me, like, you're probably really going to struggle to have children. No. I get hot also after the first song of Zumba anyway because I'm moving. So I wonder whether like my body's just like at a base level anyway. In the minute I move, it goes whoop. Like, hey, Beck, hey, going. Hello, lovely people. Yes, everyone is lovely. Everyone is lovely over here, not so much over the tiki-toki. I don't take it to heart. I just go, who are you? Everyone feels like they have a right to say something. I go, you don't live here, you don't get a say. And like other people will like put something on TikTok and I see people getting abused, then I'll message them and say, fed is best. Just wanted to say you're doing a really good job. And they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's a waste of toothpaste. Someone's just put up a TikTok. They're talking about recycling toothpaste, and they cut all the packets open, and then they just wash all the toothpaste out. That's a waste of toothpaste. Obviously, it's not their toothpaste, and they're just washing it all out. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. I'm trying to see if I can find something. Totally, Beck. I think too, they just figure, like user 4538, whatever. They're like, well, you don't know who I am, so And once I've gone, why don't you come here and say it? Probably regretted it out of my mouth since. And a couple of people I have snapped back at and gone, that's really inappropriate. And for you to say that to someone, and they have turned around and gone, I'm really sorry for my behavior. And I was like, yeah, so you should be. I didn't actually say apology accepted. But yeah, I will clap back because I'm just like, it's not acceptable. And I don't really like confrontation, but you just get that social justice that like, no, I'm going in. I will kind of run into a situation and be like, I'm here to defend whoever, and then realize probably should have thought this through. Like the DR ABC in first aid, D for danger. Nope. Uh, Melissa, exactly. I watch so much stuff and I just go, not for me, and I just scroll on because I just think also I don't want to put a negative comment out there. Like if I don't agree with something, like it could just be because I don't agree with the way that's being done, but like I don't know the person, so I just kind of go, it is. If they're saying something though that's like, oh, you should never do this thing, or this thing is this it, and if you're too stupid to know, and I will go, oi, hang on a second, stop calling people stupid. I'll get really angry about that because there's people with disabilities and people with no skills that haven't learned things, so they're still learning things. So if you just sit there and go, oh, you're stupid if you think this otherwise, I get really angry about it. I just think it's not on. And then if also Someone said something about some food once. Like they were criticizing like some chicken nuggets and 2-minute noodles, going, that's not real food. And yet right next to it they had a bottle of Coke and some chocolate and something else. And I was like, excuse me, don't diss chicken. Chicken nuggets also have 65% chicken. That's a pretty good percentage. And yeah, sure, whatever's in it, but it's not too bad. And some of them, like the steggles, if you break it open, you can see it's chicken. Like, and I'm like, please don't put a negative spin on food while you've got a bottle of Coke and chocolate and whatever else sitting there and go, oh, these are okay because a family member asked to have them. No, fed is best, food is food, within reason, everything in moderation, including moderation. And that's also why I really like YouTube as well, because I feel like I can tell a story. If that makes any sense. So I feel like I can explain things. Where in TikTok, it's just like a thing. Like you have to, like 5 seconds, tell a story. That's it if you're not there. Yeah, my mum's going well. I tend not to ask her. That sounds really bad, isn't it? But I don't want to put her head into the space of, are you lonely in the evening, or, you know, what's going on? So I just kind of judge how she is. So funny as ever. She makes me laugh. So every Thursday I do Zumba, and then it's bingo, it's the food shopping, it's the chemist, it's the doctors, it's the God knows whatever else, it's the vet when the dogs are sick. I swear those children are more like, the dogs are more like children than animals if they're ever needing something. I think she's doing well. She made herself spaghetti bolognese the other night. She was really happy with that. So that was really good, because I'm forever like, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? Oh, she's so fun. And a lot of stuff I want to put her in the vlogs, but she'll be like, oh yeah, idiot. With like if a motor car's ripped down the road, and I'll be like, Mom, I can't put that in the vlog. Or like the time I slept over because she'd had a doctor's thing, and I had to stay with her the night, and so we're watching the football, and she's like, kick it. She's just like yelling at the TV. So funny. Hello, chicken pot pie. Mm-hmm. How are you? Yeah, talking about Nana. The voice of Kira is here. I was just saying I can't put her in the vlog because she'll just be like, oh yeah, idiot, if a motor car drives down the road. She loses that bingo. That should have been mine. Oh my gosh, Mum. Oh. We don't eat spaghetti bolognese as much as what we used to. I think she used to eat it a lot because Noah used to cook it like a lot. But I think she's just put a pause on some of the regular foods that they have for a while. But also she said how she made it. She's like, I put in a bit of this and a bit of this, and then I tasted it, and then I thought, put in a bit of this, put in about, she probably had about 18 different things in there by the end of it. Oh, Melissa says, hello, Kira. Mm-hmm. You just stand in front of the heater, it's not even on. That's a duck. Very good. Don't throw a duck at me. I'm going to put one of those ducks in the garden, I think. One of the yellow ducks. Oh, we got 2 of them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not a plastic duck. Yeah. No, Melissa spelled it perfect. Usually she gets Kiera. And once we went to a wedding and it was spelled Gaelic. So it was like Chiera or something. I was like, what is that? Yeah, it was like Sierra. And they're like, it's Gaelic. I'm like, it's not English. Oh, all right. So whose kids are obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters? We're going up, up, up. It's our moment. One of the autism mums in one of the Facebook groups, she's like, oh, my kids are driving me insane. I said, oh, I'd be right at home dancing along because, you know, I like K-pop. And she's like, oh, is that an offer to babysit the kids? I said, oh, well, it wouldn't be babysitting because we'd just be watching the movie on repeat and dancing. That's so funny. It's convenient to know the difference between babysitting in a neurotypical house and babysitting in an autism house. Like, neurotypical house, you get there and they're like, oh, they'll do this, they'll watch a movie they've never seen the whole way through, they'll put themselves together, all this stuff. Autism has. She's found one YouTube video, she's going to watch that 10 times, and then going to act it out with her, and then she's going to watch it another 10 times, and then this, and then that. She won't eat anything, she won't do this, she won't do that. I've got to go. Hi, Lynn, how are you? So we've got 2 more till the gardener comes. I reckon he'll be. I hope he'll be impressed when he sees. I don't know when he was last here. Better scroll through. Look for the bill. Mm. When were they here? The 5th of August. Oh, better pay my bill. I hope so. I had to message him though. He accidentally took some pots because he was tidying up and he was like, I overheard him say, I wonder what she's doing with all of these. And I happened to yell out the window because I was working online in the office. Oh, feel free to take those. We don't need them. I just rescued them from the house next door because they were moving out. So they were demolishing to rebuild. And they put all these plants on the curb. And I heard him say, we just can't fit anything else in. We'll have to just put them here because nothing was allowed on the property. It was a bit odd. And he said, I guess if they're still here, like later we can come back and get them. So I raced out after about half an hour because it was a web call. I snatched them all up and pulled them up the side of the house. When they built the house and came back, I said to him, I saved all your pots and stuff if you want them. He says, oh, no, that was 2 years ago. We're over it. So I said, oh, okay, no worries, because there were like good couple of nice pots. And then the gardeners, yeah. And I said, oh, well, feel free if there's anything else that you find, like, let me know, you know. So he went around the house. He was like, what about this? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. What about this? Yeah, that's fine. And I had said, okay, cool. That's good that you've got everything else I'll keep. And he said, okay, no worries. But then the next visit, I'm pretty sure he took a couple others, but he said to me he'll replace a couple of them because I had a picture of a couple of them that he took that I went, what happens to these pots? He's like, oh, we don't know. So still, even with that, it's better than all the other gardeners. He is. He's amazing. Oh, I've clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, I've clicked on the wrong thing again. Oh no, wrong person. I was meant to pay the gas bill instead of the gardener. Amount. Okay. Oh, I just write my surname and garden because he keeps giving me these numbers of going, can you use this? Like, I forget. Oh, my tummy's rumbling. I'm not even hungry. What? Oh my gosh, I cooked some weird mousse today. See if I can find a picture. So I've been in the process of cleaning out the baking cupboard, and I wanted to I was gonna like film and then take things out individually and then show you, but I had to keep moving the camera around. It was driving me insane. So I had this packet of greens. Can we see that? Can we see that? Like greens strawberry mousse. And it's just a powder. So I made sure that I crushed it up because I had a few chunks through it. And so I just made sure it really was a powder. And then you just mix in milk and you whip it for about 3 minutes. And that whips up to like a mousse consistency. And you put it in the fridge. But you can taste granules in it. It hasn't dissolved whatever it's meant to be. But I think it's about a year old, the packet. And I made brioche buns today, but I was also like, it doesn't look good. But then when I looked at the packet, it was dark, like our beggars were. So, and I didn't like put an egg wash on top of it or anything like that. So, don't know. I'll figure it out. Oh, Lynn made meringues yesterday. Oh, yum. I only made brioche, Melissa, too, because it was a packet that was in the cupboard because I'm trying to clear out the baking cupboard. There's not much packet mix stuff in there. It's just random things. And I got the packet mix like about 2 years ago. Brioche, and it was marked down. And I made like a month ago finger buns with it, and it worked really well. And then because I didn't do the bread run yesterday, we don't have any bread rolls. And I didn't ask anyone to save anything for us. So I thought I'd make them for dinner. It just means I'll have to try them again. I know that Nissa did some bread rolls the other day on her channel, so I'll probably have a look at that and make something like that. But I did a lot of like gardening and potting, just like here, some seedlings and things today, and I got like some empty like milk containers, so like the 2 liters of milk, and I chopped them all in half and then put holes in the bottom of them, and I've filled them up with some soil, and I'm trying to grow some seeds in them as well. I put some slices of tomato in there because I'm told that they will germinate. And one of my friends was jumped on TikTok and he's like, "What are you making?" I said, "I'm making you lunch." And he's like, "I don't think I'll bother coming over today then." He lives in like Melbourne or Sydney, so he's not coming here anyway, but it was so funny. Mm. Japanese milk buns. I want to make that. Let me add that to the list. Homemade, here we go. Japanese milk buns. Azante. Rose. How are you? I'm well. Thank you. I'm just trying to get comfortable because I hurt me muscle in the side of my leg. And I've got a heat bag underneath me. Ooh. And sorry, you're balanced on the thanks, Kira. It's earthquake. You're balanced on the clothes horse right now. Or can you freeze them? That's really good. I'm trying to go low carb, but I figured that I needed to eat a bun. I cooked it. I better eat it.
Low carb, stupid.
Oh, just like white bread, white rice. Really cut that out. Just the processed foods. So
white rice is white bread is because of the sugar.
Yeah. It's only for a week. You think I'm crazy. If it's homemade, it's allowed. Yeah, that's right. It's no calories in homemade food. I've been trying to figure out as well maybe how to do a Zoom and then we can all be on screen so we can all chat together. That'd be cool. And if some people want to have their like camera off, they can. You can just have your voice there if you want to talk. Be staring at me for, Kira. Not crazy. I'm not a fan of brown rice. I know that everyone goes, oh, it tastes like nuts. Like, I'd rather just eat the nuts. Yeah, if it was mixed into something like a wet dish, some sort, maybe. I'm not a fan of wholemeal pasta as well. I just go without. It's not a problem. Yeah, I am gonna look at how to do a Zoom. I'll set something up because I was trying to figure out. I used to do a live the first Friday of every month. So I might set up an event. We have a rice cooker because my son really likes rice, and then any leftover I turn into fried rice. So I don't mind cooking it at all because we need a bulk amount. But lately on some nights, if there's like when we do chicken and rice, I've just had the chicken, I've just added extra veggies in instead of having the rice.
The water from when you wash your rice is supposed to be washing your face.
Right, I'm gonna keep the water.
When you do the rinse of rinsing it before you put it into the cooking, the water that comes out of that with the starch, it's supposed to be good for washing your face. There was this guy on TikTok, he's like, I kept finding all these bags of cooked rice leftovers in the fridge. And he's like, I couldn't figure out. Apparently his roommate just always needed to wash his face or something, was just making all this rice or something. He's like, yeah, no, fine, eat it. Like, anyone can eat it. Yeah, his guy was super baffled, but yeah, it's because of the starchy water supposed to be used.
Yeah, because I use the rice toner. Yeah. I'm paying $27 a bottle for rice toner. I could have it right. I'm saving the next rice water. There we go. Oh my God, I'm going to write that down. I'm going to add that to my homemade frugal thing.
I'm sure.
But if I make beef tallow, guys, I'm out of here. There will be no beef tallow happening here.
Yeah, I'm sure that face wash thing, that's all
there will be no sunscreen, homemade sunscreen happening here. No. I am not Nara Smith. Oh, thanks, Lynn. I so would want to do a parody of her, but people get really defensive of her, and people can't take a joke. I wouldn't really be mean about it, but the joke would be more an internal thing for us because you guys know I'm just slap it together, whatever. And I'm dressed, I'm wearing pants. What more do you want? I'm just not going to present myself in the kitchen. So funny. Hi, Diane. Oh, we talked about everything. So I was in the garden today. And then, yeah, I was just talking about 28-day challenge I've done. I've been focusing on doing, a little bit of low carb, high protein. So not any diet specific, because keto, I can't really eat a lot of stuff that's on keto. And then, um, like, I'd rather just go without, like if it's white bread or white rice or something, I'm happy to eat veggies instead. And I'm doing the collagen glow shakes at the same time because I struggle to eat breakfast. But if I have like a protein shake, then it's pretty good. And some of the shakes, especially the vanilla one, you can put a tablespoon of coffee in it. And I find that then I'm not needing a hot coffee. So it kind of eliminates that as well, which means I don't put the drinking chocolate in or the extra sugar. And then I feel I'm fine for the rest of the day. Whether it's a mind over matter, I don't know, but I'm happy either way. And I was just saying also that my homemaker video probably will come out tomorrow because I was still working on it for today. I am not ahead with that video compared with like my blogs. Um, yeah, it just seems to be a week to week thing. If I can get stuff done during the week and then I've got enough footage to savor, I can create a video. But I'm finding that I'm getting so busy during the week that it's only until Sunday that I'm actually homemaking the house. So I'm wearing pants. Yeah. I say that also because when I go to events that people know me from Zumba, they'll go, "Oh my God, you're wearing pants." I go, "Well, that's good." Like they're meaning you're not in active wear. And I'm like, "Well, it is a formal dinner. So thought I better wear pants." The battery's running low. Right. So my husband clearly plugged the um, laptop in. I didn't turn it on at the wall. Okay. I'm Zoe. Hey, you like the 7-Eleven's beef pie? Can I make a video about making a beef pie? Funny you say that. It actually is on the list. I've just got to go turn the power on. Okay. Nope. Okay, I owe my husband an apology. It was on, but my cord had just started falling out. He can't hear me, so that's okay. Hello, mister. How is you doing today? Why is it now beeping? Mm. What you doing, Master Scott? Oh yeah, Diane. I've heard that too. And I watched Dr. Mindy talking about how to have carbs with fats and things like that. It was really interesting. The thing that I find is that I need to like listen to something or learn it and then go away and think about it. And then a couple of weeks later, like the info will kind of click. So I kind of go, oh, that's fascinating. Or I read some research on it and then I get so brain rot with all this info. I'm like, oh, I just can't. So I'm still just trying to learn what's best. I do feel that with perimenopause, I'm fighting that at the same time. So, oh my gosh, it's just crazy. Yeah, Zoe, I find also that cooking things at home, it just feels a bit easier at times. I mean, it's cheaper as well. Microsoft Copilot for food stuff. Never heard of it. Microsoft Copilot. I'll look that up. Jade, hello. Yeah, I kind of like put one or two things into place and then I kind of cruise with it for a week and then I look at changing it again. And that's also why I'm just like I'm tracking. And if I don't do well on the 28-day challenge, so be it. Because I didn't go into it with a plan. I just kind of went, oh, is that starting today? Okay, why not? And I had all the shakes anyway. So I thought, okay, let's do it. And I probably don't eat enough, to be honest, but I'm not snacking at nighttime. I'm not really eating, I don't really eat many biscuits. I don't eat the like Coles crackers that we have. I will have rice cake. So like I don't really have an issue with the bad food, which also is so frustrating when you watch people because you see their before and afters and they've lost like 12 kilos in like 4 weeks or something. And they're like, oh, I was drinking like 2 liters of Coke a day and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I don't feel like I have really any bad habits to actually cut out. So I am having to actually just eat, which is why I was thinking about going to a nutritionist because very quickly I feel like I could get a plan banged together. Okay, that's good to know, the co-pilot. Hello? What are you doing, sir? You seeing what I'm doing? Hello, sir. I bet he didn't hear me anyway. He's just wondering, seeing where everyone is and why this crazy lady's in here talking to herself. Then again, that's nothing unusual for me. Excuse-moi. Even yeah, Rose, like I think any tool that you use, that's where also I'm like, you could use that and then take that to a nutritionist and go, right, this is what I tried to bang out on my own. However, I'm stuck with this thing. Can you help me with the next thing? I believe that anybody should use any tool that they can. Like, and yeah. Oh, Diane, chat GBT. You just tell it what you want and it will give you. Oh, okay, so I want Tom Cruise and holiday. I don't really want Tom Cruise. It keeps reminding you how old you are. I found, oh, Jade, same. When I did the Michelle Bridges 12WBT, obviously I hadn't done anything for a good year or two. So obviously the weight did drop off and I did lose 10 kilos in 12 weeks. But we got given like a food plan to follow. And the first time I did it, yeah, I followed the food plan a little bit, but I didn't understand about like protein and carbs and all that. So I was still like doing wheat bix for breakfast. And I seriously believe though that the amount I was eating, like it was still only 1,200 calories a day, but because I was tracking and because I was making sure I was doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I was drinking a lot of water, and I discovered Zumba, so I was going to like 10 Zumba classes a week. the weight was really starting to fall off, and it was like physical Zumba as well. It wasn't like the low impact gold that I teach now. And so obviously from doing nothing to doing that, the weight really dropped off. It was really good. And then the second round, I started doing a little bit more weight training, and I lost a little bit more weight, not as much as what I was expecting, but I did get some muscle, and I did get more of a defined shape as well. And I've actually been seriously thinking about maybe joining one of the gyms. There's like Revo gym near me, and it's only like $10 a week because I just want to go in for the weights. And I know that people say you could do your own thing, like push-ups against the wall and sit-ups, but I just wouldn't. Whereas if I went, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week and do weight resistance training, then I would go and I would do it. I would just need to find a really good program, and I probably just need to meal plan some food a little bit better. But like if I make a decision like I'm not eating after 8 p.m., then I will. I just go, and I try and think about the fact that, you know, you're gonna wish on weigh-in day that you didn't have like that cookie at 11 p.m. or something like that. I always think about things like that. So I always think, hopefully, future me will be happy. Yeah, but I find that I need to eat right, exercise, drink my water, like all the stuff all the time, or it just doesn't, and it drives me insane. Holiday would be nice. I wouldn't mind going back to Melbourne again. I really liked when Kira and I went to go see Stray Kids. So good. And I know that Twice is coming, but I'm not really fans. Although now that they've just done K-pop Demon Hunters, which the movie was based loosely around the idea of them as a group and Blackpink. I've seen snippets on TikTok of like the concerts they've done because I've re-sung some of the songs that are in there, and it's like, that would be so good to see. But there's gonna be like another $2,000 round trip, like just to go to Melbourne. Oh my gosh. And then I really just want to go because I want to go back to Chinatown and all the K beauty stores that are over there. Even though I don't really need anything because I've been getting PR sent to me lately, which has been so good. Jade, yeah, funny. I don't have much anxiety around a gym because I just figure, well, I'm not looking at you and I'm not like, oh, I wish I looked like you, because I just need to focus on the fact that I'm at the gym. And if anyone has a problem with me, I figure come here and say it. Not that I want to if you're like big and bulky, but I feel like saying you came here because you need it too. So yeah. And I figure I probably look like an unco. I really don't care. Oh, K-pop Demon Hunters is amazing. So good. I had the soundtrack on repeat in my car. So cruising down one of the expressways at 100 k's an hour. We're going up, up, up. It's a moment. That or Stray Kids I usually have blasting. Although I'm trying to get focused on reading because the only time I really have time to sit down and read, I do a lot of audiobooks, is when I'm driving in the car. So I tend to have that, which means that I'll get through the books. So what am I listening to at the moment? I'm listening to a book called The Prodigal Daughter by Dari Fraser, Darry. I think she's an Australian author. It's on my other phone right now. And before that, I finished one book called Charm School. I didn't know it was a tweens book. It's about a whole lot of little girls that basically go to pageant school, and they're so fun. I was giggling through half of the book. It was so funny. And then I ran out of time and I just returned it. I went, but I've got this thing that I have to finish a book. I can't not finish a book. So I thought, okay, I'll re-borrow it. And it was only like another half an hour because I listened to all my books on like triple speed. And I'm really glad that I did finish it because it made me laugh so much. I can't think of the book that I finished before that, and now it's driving me insane. I'm sitting here looking at my bookshelf. It's not helping anymore. I finished in 2 days a book called The Invitation by Belinda Alexander. So good. Basically, like the Gilded Age, set in that era. Oh, Azanti, is that like Fernwood, like a women's gym? There's also another gym here in Adelaide called Santori or something like that. I don't go because they're both a bit of a drive away from where I live. But I find Fernwood is so expensive. Fernwood used to be in the Maya Centre in Adelaide, and I did join back in the day because it was pretty cheap. I was a student as well. But also I joined because in there they had this whole breakfast buffet, so you were able to eat breakfast. So sometimes I'd go there when I was at dental school because I had to pass through the city. And sometimes I'd go to the gym, do a class, and then I'd eat breakfast because the breakfast bar was there all day, all night. It was just cereal with some yogurt in the fridge and some fruit and things like that. And then I would eat, and then I didn't need to eat dinner. And there was this woman, there was this instructor that was like this big. Oh my God. And she was like stark naked in the change room one day. And I just was like, because she just looked amazing. And I went, oh my God, I bet you don't worry about eating chocolate. She said, oh, I actually eat a piece of chocolate every single night because I crave it. And I'm like, ah. I'll never forget that one. As Auntie, I'm exactly the same. I even even when Curbs was still here in Adelaide, I think there's one left, but it's a drive away. You know, you get the like, here's how to use every machine, and they stand there and they do it with you, and they go, yep, yep, that's good. Excuse me. I never remembered the next time I went in there how the machine works, and it's pretty obvious because the handles only go one way, up and down or backwards and forwards, whatever it is. It's so funny, but I never remember any of it. I remember some of like the bench press things like that like come in like this and like that. But the thing is too, I never know what weight to use. And I did learn though a couple of things that if you're doing reps, if you can do 12 easy, then put weight on. And then if you struggle to get sort of to 8, um, maybe that they're too heavy. So look, if you can get 10, and if you can only just push out 12 reps, then that's a really good weight for you. And then keep that weight there for about 4 weeks. And then also always be analyzing your weight, where you're at. And they're weird tidbit things that I pick up every now and again. I used to follow James Smith a lot when he was on Instagram before TikTok was even a thing. And he used to give a lot of really good, useful advice. I don't really follow him anymore, but he has really good information about stuff. And he has the best information out there about menopause and the cycle and how it works with working out. I've watched the video 2 or 3 times. I have a bit of trouble processing what he's saying. So I always go back to it and rewatch it. But also I figure I never know where I am in a cycle anyway. So yeah, Diane, she probably does live on lettuce and works out for hours a day. She was an instructor as well. Do you know, funny, most instructors that I know of a gym, they don't eat well anyway because they figure, one, I'm teaching 3 classes tomorrow. I'm fine with having a Hungry Jack's burger at like midnight. Because like one person I know, they work at a gym, so they work reception. They teach 2 or 3 classes back to back. So like body pump, like a Zumba and maybe a bike class or something. Then they finish their shift. They go back, work at the reception desk for a few hours. then they go and they have dance classes in the afternoon. They have private lessons. They teach some like musical theatre type dance stuff, and they do all this other stuff. And they're never getting home till like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. They're also single, that I know, and they said they eat crap because they're like, I'm just too tired by the time I get home. And if I can grab a Hungry Jack's burger or whatever on the way home, I can eat it. And when I get home, I can fall into bed and go to sleep. And they say, I understand meal prep and all the rest of it. I just can't be bothered. Even getting the microwave meals from Coles, they say it's never enough food. They're like, why should I pay $20 for 2 frozen dinners when I can pay $7.95 for a Big Mac, fries, and Diet Coke? You got to think the logic. And they go, and I can just go back to the gym tomorrow and do another 3 classes and I'll burn it off. And they don't put any weight on. I must admit, the collagen glow shakes, I do feel that I'm not craving chocolate or cookies or anything like that either. I think there's something in the shakes. Do you remember way back when? What was that thing? Like OptiFast or something like that. There was some diet thing. And they used to give you like some tablets as well. And one of them was to stop cravings of chocolate or whatever it was. Can't remember what it was now, but I remember going, oh my God, how many pills do you take? Because you take the shake and then you take 2 or 3 of these different pills. Like there was a multivitamin and there was like a craving thing and there was something else. And I was like, that's a lot. It was like $100 a month or something like that. I thought I could join a gym for that. And also, I don't want to be living on like a really massive diet lifestyle. And then the minute I have full fat milk or whatnot, so I just, in moderation, everything in moderation. So I just kind of eat what I can, the best that I can. Oh, and Jade, funny, because I'm Gen X, when I, like, ER was on the TV in 1994, and one line I remember from it all the time, and I quote it all the time, especially if I'm trying to do things around the house. I'll say, see one, do one, teach one. So if I need help with something, I'll often say to hubby, can you help me do this thing? And he goes, okay. And then I say, right, and now I need to do it again. He's like, okay. I said, no, I need to do it. You can stand here and watch me and help me because I've seen it. I need to do one. And then not so much that I'm going to teach it, but I could show it on YouTube. We'll talk about it. So it's like a repetitive learning type thing, like, and then working out what does and doesn't work. Oh yeah, some trainers, yeah, they're like protein, protein, protein. Optifast, yeah. Gen X represent. Woo! Oh my gosh. I just watched on YouTube today the 40th reunion of the Breakfast Club. It's about 5 months old, but the video just popped up on my recommended. And so I was like, yeah, Gen X. That's exactly it, Diane. Yeah, you just eat as normal / best as you can. And if you feel like a treat, then you can. What I think I was trying to do as well, having a 28-day challenge, English is a challenge right now, is basically go, it's only 28 days. Like, because also that's the same with keto, like that Rachel from One of a Dozen. She kind of goes through a real health spurt and then she'll have a cheat day or two because your body does need that like change and adjustment every now and again. When I was doing Weight Watchers 100 years ago, they had this thing called the Wendy's plan. I don't know if you've heard about it. And it used to be a high calorie day, a low calorie day, a high calorie day, a low calorie day. And some people they'd eat really well for a week. And then if they stayed the same, they'd be like, that's okay. But if they gained, they'd go to the Wendy's plan for a week and then they'd just like drop 1 or 2 kilos and they'd be like, okay. And then they'd go back to normal eating. I was like, oh my gosh, that's like yo-yo dieting. But also I find the busier I am, the less that I eat. anti-protein shakes. They shouldn't. A trainer should be like, right, what do you do? What do you eat? Where are you at? Have you thought about? You don't like that? Okay, cool. What about this? They should work with you. That's what I believe anyway. They probably won't. And if they don't, you go see ya. Because you basically could say to a trainer, this is the support that I expect from you. Great, you're coming with all your experience. Do you know how to deal with a neurospicy person? Not saying that you are, just from my experience. Like I am pretty upfront with quickly and say I have ADHD. It's not to put up a wall, but it's basically to trigger someone to say, I am just different. My brain is just a bit slower in some areas, or my brain is 100 miles per hour in the other direction. Depends what day you're going to get. Um, I like the protein shakes from the Collagen Glow. I have one scoop and I have 250 mils of milk because to me that's the taste. And in my head, it triggers you've had protein for the day, you're really good to go. And I have that pretty much every single morning. Some mornings I have it first thing, like about 9:30, 10, depending. Other days, if I've taught Zumba, I'm not having it till 11:30, 12. Just depends when I get to it. I try not to eat or drink before Zumba class, otherwise, like it doesn't sit very well. But yeah, exactly, Beck. Everything in moderation, including moderation. Yeah, and if you can eat all types of protein, then absolutely do it. I just could not stomach having like eggs for breakfast every single day, but a liquid, I could drink that. Oh, thanks, Jade. Oh, book week. Oh my gosh. I can't really say that I miss it because mine never really got into it. We just kind of went. It's sort of some things really good about having kids with autism. You just don't get involved in a lot of the traditional school things, like a lot of the book parades and the assemblies and things like that. We didn't always go to the assemblies. How much sugar or artificial sweetener is in the glow shakes? I don't know. Oh my god, I thought my phone was smashed. Let me look it up because okay, each serving of the glow shakes contains less than 7 grams of carbs and less than 1 gram of sugar. I find they don't have an aftertaste either, and I've tasted a lot of protein shakes. I used to drink in that fruit box thing, like mushy, is it? It was like a chocolate protein. That's gritty to me. Collagen Co mixed with milk is the only one I don't have any taste issues with at all. And yeah, it has 29 grams of protein containing 17.5 grams of hydrolyzed collagen peptides. 5+ grams of fiber. Oh, it's got MCT oil in it. Yes. MCT oil from memory, because Dr. Mindy was talking about this. It helps. I only just heard about this last night. It's gone already. She said to me, it helps break a fast if you have something with MCT oil in it. If you go to the collagen website, sorry, you guys are mirror image to me right now. There we go. It's got all the nutritional info on the website anyway. So it's saying each serving, which is 54 grams, which I think is a scoop of the powder. Oh no. Hold up. one serving is 2 scoops of powder, and they recommend water, but it does say on the packet or milk. So this would be mixed with water. So the calories are 205 calories for 2 scoops and the water that you put in there. It has 29.4 grams of protein, 6.8 grams of fat, and 6.4 carbs. And Rachel from One of a Dozen, because she's doing keto, said to me they're good. They're really safe food. Oh, yeah, Melissa, I'm always buying things. I wait for the 20% off and then I load up. I've actually got a link now that's like an affiliate thing. So full transparency, I do get a little kickback when you guys use my link to purchase something. And I had about $100 sitting there. So I use that. And I get the chocolate, the strawberry, the vanilla. Apparently there's a choc mint one. I'm not really a fan of trying it. There's a churros one, but everyone in the Facebook group says it's really, really sweet. And there's a violet crumble one. I'm not a fan of trying it in case I don't like it, but I also think I don't want to drink it and then think, oh, I feel like a violet crumble. Whereas if I'm drinking a chocolate shake, I kind of just go, it's a chocolate protein shake, or strawberry, it's a strawberry protein shake, if that makes any sense. The iced coffee doesn't lead me to Farmers Union iced coffee. Other people drink that. But I still go, oh, it's a protein shake. It's just iced coffee flavored. And you can taste a little bit, but I don't have a great sense of smell anyway. So a lot of different flavors and things like that, I'm kind of like, it doesn't. But the strawberry is my favorite. I tried the chocolate, and as soon as I tried it, I went, this is it. There's no gritty aftertaste at all, which is the thing. You guys know I have a lot of sensory and texture needs around food. So for me to like it. Hey, Elizabeth. I'm the queen of frugal. Thanks. I don't feel that I am. I just feel I'm very real. When did I start on YouTube? I think 21. It was like February 21. So what happened is 2020, we all know, in Adelaide, we only had lockdown for 3 months. That was it. Like, we kind of like came away because Adelaide locked down really hard and really quickly, and we closed the borders and like all that stuff. After 3 months, it was like, off you go. Still couldn't go back to Zumba for another month after that. But we didn't have a lot of restrictions within things. But like hubby still worked from home for the full 3 months, and we homeschooled because, that's what it was. And my brain has completely gone YouTube. And I did start in the garden because, of course, everyone was on YouTube or doing things. And I thought, oh, that would be a plan. And it was winter, so I wasn't quite out there, but sort of spring started, and I thought, oh, that would be good. And then we were back to kind of normal life anyway. So I started probably October or November doing the garden, and I started recording it because some Zumba people were like, how's the garden going? Where are you at? What's going on? So I was just mostly doing videos for them. So my first couple of videos are only like 5 minutes long because I was like, this is the garden bed. I've done this up today, or I'm doing this thing. So excuse me. I then went, and then I saw people started doing grocery hauls, and I was fascinated, like watching people's grocery hauls. I was like, why are you buying that? That's a bit weird. Just because it was like, also, why are you showing this online? I was just like a bit confused. And then I started seeing more and more and more. And I was like, oh my gosh, I reckon there's a market here, because a friend of mine also said to me, you get so many markdowns and stuff. I bet if you showed people what you've got and how you do it and how you save money, people would watch. And I was like, seriously? She's like, absolutely. So then I thought, okay, why not? So then I got all the gardening videos because I was sharing them on one of my Zumba channels just for my Zumba people. And I created Frugal Fun Mum because I was trying to think of a name for myself, and I thought, well, crazy lady probably isn't really an appropriate title. Because my mum's like, oh God, anything to save a dollar, you are. And I couldn't figure out how to put that into words. And so I thought, well, I'm frugal and I tend to just be crazy. So fun is probably a better word. And I'm a mum, and I thought that would probably relate to some people as well. So I thought, why not? Because I thought we're not really a frugal family, like if that makes any sense. Because I didn't want anyone to think this was like a family channel. There wouldn't be any children being shown, and it was like a whole. It's just like me doing stuff. So that's why I said I'm the frugal fun mum, and I think it resonates well. I've sometimes thought about changing my name, like Frugal Kelly or something like that, but I'm like, it is what it is, and I just share because I'm weird and I do a lot of weird things, and I wasn't seeing anyone else doing weird things on the internet. And probably some things I think probably shouldn't share that on the internet, but I think, you know what? I would want to see that kind of stuff. So I share. And I literally have found my tribe because I share things like that. And I share too a lot about like the sensory and texture needs around foods and the issues that we have, because I know that I'm not seeing anyone talk or share stuff about that. And I think to myself, not why do you have an easy life, but oh my gosh, it must be so nice that you all sit down to eat dinner and, you know, meat and three veg and it's all good. You're not cooking two or three different meals a night. So I share a lot to kind of like represent, because I want other people to go, oh my God, it's not just me. Thank God. Yeah. Oh yeah, I wouldn't change my name now. Also, I do think to myself, I am a frugal mum and I am a fun mum. All of my daughter's friends at school would be like, your mum's totally awesome. So I was like the cool mum at school. It was so good. Ah, thanks, Elizabeth. Oh, yeah, I can't watch any of the American ones anymore. I did when I first started. Oh, my nose is itchy. I did when I first started, but it started driving me a little bit insane. Like they're getting eggs for like $1.99 a pound or whatever it was. Chicken for $1.99 a pound. I was like, and just so much stuff. Like they'll cook something, and I'll go, why are we using like 2 sticks of butter? What is that in reference to us? Or I'll put 2 slabs of cream cheese in dry cooked pasta and stick it in the oven for an hour. Like, huh? Ambrosia salad. They've been talking a lot about that. I wanted to try it because I saw it on the movie The Help. But so much food they eat is just not in our culture here. And I'm just like, I just can't. I love watching the extreme couponing. They don't do it anymore. And obviously, it was set up for a TV show, because I think that would so be me. If we had coupons here, that is so what I would do. But just in general, like we have a different lifestyle. We just don't have a lot of the sports and activities and this, that, and the other that they have, and the way their school year runs. And like, yeah, it's just, I spend ages trying to not acclimatize, but like watch it. Like I would watch to like get maybe some sort of like information or like be out of it. But I was like, and especially like some of the gardening shows. Like I do like watching Epic Gardening. I can't remember his name, Kevin, because he does give good tips and tricks. But it's just hard because they're like, it's our winter and it's like their spring or whatnot. And they're like, it's a good idea to plant, blah, blah, blah. But again, their country has so many different temperatures and stuff like we have. I've just discovered gardening with Michael. He's actually an Adelaidean. So it's really good because I think like he's way north compared with me, because they had rain the other day and they actually had hail. So obviously in the colder areas. And I watch Self-Sufficient Me. I think everyone watches him. Also, chili. They cook a lot of chili, and they're cooking everything with beans. I'm like, we just don't like eat all the tacos and I know that people do cook tacos with kidney beans to stretch it out and things like that, but I've only ever eaten taco stuff like that when we used to go on some of the church camp things because they needed to massively stretch out a meal. Anyone else that I've known to cook stuff, they're like, yeah, normal, just the beef mince. Oh, and they're always at like Chick-fil-A. Oh, we just dropped into Chick-fil-A on the way home. I guess that's like equivalent to us going or dropping to Macca's on the way home. Yeah, exactly. The money. I feel so sorry for the waitresses that are there, like on bare minimum. And I know that they get tips, but if you've got an absolute beep of a customer that's not going to tip you if they don't think your service is, 1,010%. Like, oh, I feel so sorry. The amount of hours they have to work just to get like try and get a decent wage. I used to watch Jammerel. I don't watch her anymore. I used to watch her earlier videos of like her cooking things. But I find also with some YouTubers, if you miss one or two videos, you kind of miss general what's going on. Like most people, like me, um, Christy from Miss Mum at Home, like we're kind of just doing the same thing every week. So kind of if you've missed one video, you'll catch it up on the next week. So we tend to repeat ourselves. So we'll go, oh, this week's really busy because of blah, 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 blah. And then the next vlog or the catch-up video we do, we go, oh, so last week was so busy because of blah, blah, blah. And this week, like, so we're kind of like keeping you in the loop constantly. But I feel that some YouTubers, if you miss a video, like you have to go back and figure out what's going on. Apparently, I've got 15 people sitting here watching me. Wow. That was so good. I've been going for nearly an hour and a half. Oh my gosh. Mm. Oh no, Elizabeth, I used to do lives the first Friday of every month. And I'll just sit there and chat. I don't have like a scheduled topic to talk about or anything. It's um just sit there and chat, and you guys can make comments or ask questions about anything. um and I was doing TikTok lives for a while. Well, and I did a TikTok live because at one point I said I'm really struggling to clean my kitchen, so can you just keep me company? And I had one or two people that were on there that were like, you've got this, keep going. And I was cleaning it up, and then I found a whole hate thread online about what a disgusting person I am and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes it's hurtful because it's true, but also I was like, you don't know me. And I was really struggling that day, and I was vulnerable enough to share. And I just kind of like didn't take it in, but I did, if that makes sense. And I just kind of went, well, that's your problem, I guess. And I just kind of like left it as it was. So I was a bit annoyed that I part of me went, oh my God, I'm obviously famous enough to start having hate threads written about me. But I just kind of went, you know what? And so for them now, I give them short, the TikTok type algorithm videos of what I'm doing. I'll do lives if I'm in the garden because I figured there's not much to complain about for that, and anything else. Because also, so many people that are on TikTok, they're on there doing lives because there's all these competition stuff, and like the more time they rack up and things like that. I just kind of do a live in case anyone's on there that wants to say hey or whatnot. But I'm also too far away from the screen to be able to like really see any good messages or anything like that. See you, Diane. Thank you. Oh, you're going to start planting your garden tomorrow. That's exciting. Oh, your first op shop, Beck. Search for books or to upcycle. Oh, so you looked for books and vases to upcycle. So not the books to upcycle. Oh my gosh, I used to watch this lady on TikTok that does a junk journaling, and the minute that she pulled the guts out of a really old book, because she used that as her cover, oh my god, did she get attacked so badly? What state are you in, Beck? What op shop did you go to? Like, do you have like a chain like Salvos and Vinnies and stuff like that? I think Savers here in Adelaide is one of the biggest and the best, because it's all like good prices. People have donated stuff and it's really good. Oh, Elizabeth, I think all of you are my friends anyway, which is so good because I don't really have a lot of like real friends. Hey, Katrina. Hey, thank you so much. Welcome. I'm so glad that you guys think that I'm your friend, because I think you're my friends as well. And like so much, I'll go to Mum, but my YouTube people want to know, and she'll be like, oh my god, you're insane. I'll be like, Mum, they think it's important. I think it's important because they care. They want to know what's going on. Because like often I'll go to record her and I'll say, tell people, and she'll go, they're not interested in what I say. They are. You're funny. They think you're funny. And she's like, no. But I have to cut her out because she'll say some really naughty things. She makes me laugh so much. And I forget that my stepsister and wife watch some of my videos. So the last family dinner thing, lunch we went to, she was like, how's the garden going? And I'm in my head, what, how do you know that I'm working on, and then it dawned on me that she watches my videos. I go, oh good. And then because she asked something really specific about garden as well, and I was like, oh, but apparently a lot of the family watch my videos, which I think completely freaks me out as well. It's so funny. And the thing is with TikTok as well, like Australian creators, we don't get paid. So the only way that we do get paid is doing like paid promotion. And so when we put that video out, our views just tank. So I'm happy to do like gifted stuff, because then I can say what I want about the product. And even if it is a paid sponsorship for something, I'll talk about the benefits in a very logical way. But if I have to promote something that I don't really understand, I'll take quite a while to process the information, because I need to deliver information that I would want to know. So I try and think outside of the box. I don't just sit there and go, like, if this water is 72% hydration levels, it helps with blah, 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 blah. Like, I'll be like, this water cures your not cures. This water helps you when you're thirsty, or some like real layman stuff. Oh, you're in Perth. I've been to Perth once for a Michelle Bridges 12WBT workout. Oh, so funny. We were dead by the time of it. Oh, Savers. I first discovered Savers when we were in Frankston, I think it was, in Melbourne. We'd gone on a holiday, and I can't remember who went. I think we caught a train around. I don't know where we were. We must have gone on a trip somewhere. And I just walked into this like massive warehouse thing. I was like, oh my gosh. And it was like, amazing. And then it came here to Adelaide. It was so good. And actually, when Kira and I went to Melbourne last year, we saw Savers. There was trying to think of it. You got CBD. We went out north. I don't know. It was just like this massive shopping strip in the street. A couple of op shops on this side. There were Savers on this side. We were in heaven. We ended up bringing back half the store for requests from other people because we kept sending messages to people going, haha, look at this. And they're like, how do you think you could bring that back home to me? We're like, okay. So the video of me in the lobby of the Melbourne vlog is me trying to shove stuff into my suitcase because I've got all this stuff for people. I think I got on the plane with about 2 or 3 coats on and other stuff because I thought we're going to have excess luggage for sure. Yeah, if you donate in here in Savers too, you get a voucher for 20% off. And it's so good because the donation program used to be for every donation that you gave, you got a 5% off stamp. And when you donated 4 times separately, not 4 different bags, when it started, they said, oh, if you bring in one thing, you'll get 5%, 2, 10, 3, 15, 4, 20. But they were meaning like for every visit that you donate. So luckily now it's just a straight 20% off. But seniors get a discount, I think, on Sundays, and students get Mondays 20% discount as well. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Possum. Yeah, I don't think I'm just like, sure, I could be a little bit neater and cleaner in some areas, but yeah. Yeah, we have Vinnie's, Salvos, Red Cross, a lot of independent churches. We have Save the Children, Savers, RSPCA. Sorry, I'm just visually scanning in my brain the streets. When one of my subscribers came to Adelaide, Ali, she used to live in Perth and she now lives in Wales. She sent me the tea towels that you see her talk about sometimes in the comments of my videos. She said, oh, I want to come to Adelaide and meet you and let's go on an op shop haul. And I said, no worries. Oh, so funny. I was like, she flew halfway across the world to meet me and to go to an op shop. So I took her to all the best ones. And it was so funny because she's like, oh, I would love to get this, but I think I'm at capacity with my luggage. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Katrina, you would have only got Savers recently. They were talking about expanding up to Gold Coast as well. Because I also watch the Aussie Flipper because I used to sell on eBay ages ago when a lot of kids branding was like the thing, like Fred Bear and Pumpkin Patch, and there was another label that they used to sell in like Myers and David Jones, like kids clothing, and a lot of people would donate it to op shops. I would go to op shop, buy pieces for like 50 cents, $1, $2, and I'd resell on eBay. I had quite a good little business doing things like that constantly. But then I started bringing in like the babies and children's markets, and then people would like pack up 4 or 5 Bond suits in a bag and go, oh, $5. And people just started mass buying clothing like that. So then I just stopped selling things online as well. I got busy as well, started working and doing other things, but it was a real money maker back in the day. And I watch him, and some of the old shops he goes to up in Gold Coast is absolutely amazing. I love going op shop. I have to be in the mood for an op shop, and I love when I'm looking for 2 or 3 things and I can like do a bit of a vlog and a journal about it. But I sometimes go in there and I forget to film. Like I've already been halfway through the store and I go, oh, I probably should have shared with you. And I wish that I could talk as I'm filming, but they have a lot of music going at the time, which I'd probably get copyrighted for. So I have to do a voiceover anyway. Oh, how good is NQR? I love it. And that's also when we're in Melbourne. Um, we were on our way to Flemington, if that makes sense, the track that goes to Flemington. Oh God, I'm gonna have to Google it now. There's it's not a store called Not Quite Right. There's a store called I can see it. I think it was like Right Price, RITE, and then Price. Oh, that's a sneeze. Oh, excuse me. And it was basically a super cheap NQR. And should I have been staying for a couple of extra days, oh, I would have loved to have picked up some food and stuff that was there, but none of it would have been like safe to put in my suitcase and bring over the border. I need to find this suburb. It was only like a 10-minute train. Oh, where's the hospital? Is that the hospital? The Melbourne Hospital? Prince's Park. Oh, Monash. We went past Monash. That's right. Savers. There it is. Brunswick. Brunswick. I remember that now. The horses. Yes, we went to Brunswick. It was like only a 10-minute tram ride out of the city. Because I remember we went past Monash because when my friend Victoria was here, she took me to one of her dinners because she does like Aboriginal First Nation health about kidneys and stuff. And I was sitting next to this guy who was Dr. John from Monash University. And I know enough nursing that I could engage in the conversation with him about kidney disease and things like that. And it was really good. And at the end of the conversation, he's like, "So where are you from?" I'm like, "Here." It's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm the plus one." He like looks at me really confused. I said, "Oh, I am a qualified RN, so I do know what you're talking about." He's like, "Oh, brilliant, brilliant." So I think he was quite impressed, but I think he thought I was like a research analysis or still in the medical field, the way that we were like having a chat to each other. Cheaper by miles. That probably was it. It's in Footscray. So we were in Brunswick, unless Footscray is one side of the road and Brunswick is the other. Reselling is totally different now. Absolutely. I can't get my head wrapped around eBay and the fees and the postage and all the other stuff that is there right now. I watch Mel from back from Burnout. She sells her books. And I think, oh, how good would that be to be a bookseller and to be home and packing? But I think I'd do it for about a week and then I'd get bored and want to move on. I'd really love to be able to resell some of the clothing because I watch two Aussie thrifters, I think it is, Jazz and forgot his name. I was going to say Darren, that's not right. And I see them forever like, "Oh, look, we've got some black milk, blah, blah, blah." And I go, "What?" Like half the labels I don't even know. But like I wouldn't know a cotton from a rayon or anything like that if the tag was missing or like sizing or clothing reference. I wouldn't know enough to be able to sell anything for a really good price. And even though I sell some things here on Facebook Marketplace, it's a real struggle. Like people, they're always like, "Oh, I could come at 4 o'clock," and you're like, "Okay, great." And you've given them your address, and they don't rock up. You're like, "Oh my gosh." So I've just been lately giving a lot of stuff away on my local buy nothing group, and same how I've been getting a lot of stuff lately. It's been so good. Lego and Duplo, absolutely, they are the money makers for sure. I can't remember what the base thing is. There used to be this thing that would say Lego was X amount per kilo, so people were using that. I think at one point it was like $11 a kilo or something like that. And that you hardly ever see any Lego in op shops anymore. People have pretty much just snapped it up straight away. Oh, hello, Deborah, by the way, if I didn't say hello to you earlier. Oh, Lynn, yes, is that's Vinny's at Colonnade? Sorry, I've just realised I missed your comment. I think I went in there a couple of months ago because Mum had an appointment. I can't remember if I got anything. But I like they've got like a really, oh no, yeah, I went there. Actually, you know what? I think from memory, their layout is the same as the Salvos that's just next to Macca's there. So they've got like that really big like craft area, and they've got all the books in another section, and then all the stuff on the other wall, the cups and stuff like that. They've got some really good. Oh, Lynn, have you joined your local Buy Nothing group? So many people are giving away puzzles in our group. Someone asked me the other day for a meet and greet in Adelaide, and I was like, who would want to come and meet me? I'd be a bit embarrassed. I'd be like, oh, my fans are coming. I have actually met a couple of subscribers before, but we have already been like talking online like for a good year or so. So I feel like we know each other. And then my Dina, who's been a good friend of mine, she was a subscriber as well. We've been talking on and off for about a year. And her mum passed away around the same time that my stepdad passed away. So we've been chatting a lot about that. And then when we caught up for a coffee, she FaceTimed her children, and they were just screaming like I was a celebrity. Yeah, I can't believe you're meeting her. So funny. Oh, you don't have Facebook? Yeah, I Buy Nothing is on Facebook. They do have a website, but I think it's more just about information. I don't think. Oh gosh. Sorry. I don't think there's a back in the day when like Yahoo was around, we had like Yahoo groups and stuff like that, and they would have like bulletin boards and information boards, and you would read threads and posts that were there. I don't think they have any of that now. Before Facebook groups were around. Anyway, back in the day. Do you not have Facebook because you don't like it, or it's just a generational thing? Like my daughter has a Facebook account, but she doesn't use it. I think she just got it because everyone at school at the time was using it. But so many of their generation are just like, it's TikTok now, or it's Discord, the trading post. Yes, Gumtree. Gumtree is really good as well. Gumtree is not as big as what it used to be, but you can still get some really good stuff. But it's so funny because you'll see something and you'll email them or message them, and it's like, oh, I'm really interested in this, and like 3 hours later they might reply to your email. So it's like snail mail. Whereas I send a message and then I sit there and like I wait at the computer, because sometimes some people have emailed me back immediately and gone, yes, please come right now. It's 2 hours later that I've seen the email. Oh, you don't have Facebook? You choose not to have it, or you just don't like it? I have Facebook more for just because it was there from back in the day, and I use it every now and again. Sorry. And I use it to put links like for this to say, hey, we're live. But I don't live on it like I used to. I like Marketplace, that's on there as well, and some of the groups, like some of the autism groups and stuff. I help mod because that is their generational thing. Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, wow, you're Gen X. See, I even took a while to get Facebook. I was like, not interested in it. And then every man and his dog started being on there, and it seemed to be the only way that you could sort of catch up with people. And of course, everyone just started posting like their baby pictures on there and updates of life. And it seemed to be it was the only way that I could like keep track of what everyone was doing. Oh, okay. I've got an email to say that I'm live on YouTube right now. Good to know. I'll have to put up a post too and ask people when they would like a live, because I'll be able to like a Sunday night is pretty good for me actually, and then I could sit here and do like a dedicated like event, and then everyone knows that the event's coming. I love snail mail. How good is snail mail though? Let's get a letter in the post or something like that. It was so funny. Email came out. We were all excited to get emails. And now we get emails. We're like, but if we get snail mail, like I love getting postcards at my PO box and other things like that. Ali, oh, she's my, oh, that lives in Wales. She's forever sending me postcards if they've travelled somewhere, and I'm like, oh, so good. And a couple of people have sent me letters. It's been so nice. I love like gifts and little things like that, and people, I think they've taken the time to like send me something or think about me, and like also the fact that you guys are online now, so you're taking the time to like hang out. I think it's so cool, and that's why I'm like really struggling with turning membership on, because I didn't get the same offer as Nissa, but I think there is something there that if I turn membership on, I can get a cash bonus from YouTube. And then my theory is, what would I do with it? I'd probably use it for the garden, because I don't know, I struggle with membership. I think if I had membership, like, sure, I'd give everyone early 24-hour access, because most videos are edited and sitting there ready to go. I am organized enough, except for homemaking. But I just, I really want to add value to people and give them something for their money, because that's what I would expect from a membership. I would expect bonus videos, dedicated lives. But then I would feel bad that I was leaving people out that weren't part of the paid membership. So I really struggle with it, because I have that whole inclusivity. I can't say that word. I want to have everyone on the same level all the time. The only way I would have membership is if I was going to be doing the Zumba classes, and then that money would help to pay for the hire of the hall and other things. And then it's just a bonus that you get the videos like 24 hours earlier. There wouldn't be any like members only posts. I don't have an issue with anyone that's doing whatever they want or need to do. Good for you. It's just where I sit with things. And then I don't feel pressured that I have to deliver as membership. Online safety. Oh, yeah. And it's so funny, because I've actually found a couple of my teachers from school, not that I've reached out to them or anything, but a couple of people in Facebook groups have written, oh, you're my English teacher in grade 9. And you kind of like, oh my God, you're a real person. As weird as that sounds, like I know you were a teacher, but oh my gosh, you're a real person. It's so funny. It reminds me too of the day where you won't always have a calculator in your pocket or in your hand everywhere that you go. Hello. There's a couple of people at Zumba, they've got grandkids. A couple of them are 11 and 12. And I asked her social media, and she's like, not till they're 16. And I'm like, wow. And apparently the kids don't feel like they're missing out anyway. And some of them are actually really happy not to be online because they see the kids that are and they're getting bullied and things like that. I think the phone policy is a really good idea as well, that they don't have phones at school. Um, I feel that it's a safety thing too, because also there was this website, I don't know the name of it, but it was basically a what's the word? People could upload whatever they wanted and there would be no consequences. It was all like anonymous. And so if there was a fight in the schoolyard, someone would film it and then they'd post it to this site. Or if someone was getting bullied, they'd film it and post it. And there was just forever content like that being uploaded. And I just saw it once because it was like on a thread saying this is absolutely terrible, that this person hasn't consented to um, them being online, because I think someone was like having a meltdown and they were like yelling at people and like mentally really struggling, and so someone filmed it and uploaded it. It's totally awful. It's just like, and I think to myself, I choose to put myself out here, and so I deal with the consequences that is. And it's funny though, because I often will film myself doing Zumba or whatever it is, and I upload that to YouTube. And again, that's me. But I've had a lot of people stop by my Zumba class and pull out their phone. I'm like, sorry, could you just not record, because I don't know where that's going? And they're like, but you're already online. I'm like, yeah, because I curate that. Like, I don't curate it to present a perfect image, but I present what I want people to see. And I don't know if you're going to be filming someone else in that and they don't want to be online, whatever it is. I used to have a social media policy release form for my Zumba classes. I don't anymore. I don't take photos anymore or videos of people. I see other Zumba instructors do it all the time. I think, are those people aware that you're posting on Facebook? And for the most part, people probably wouldn't mind because they're just going like, woo, finished a class, woohoo. But I don't know. I don't have many pictures of my children online either, because I figure all the children eventually grow up to be adults. Like, my children are adults now. And it's the same in the autism group. I say no photos are allowed in here of any children, because those children will eventually grow up to be adults, maybe have their own families, and then maybe end up in this group as well, because then they have children and that they need help. How embarrassing do you think it's going to be seeing photos of them in the group from when they were younger, especially parents that film their kid having a meltdown and going, watch this, is this normal, or how does this work? So I spent days scrolling through the group and deleting just about any picture of children, any videos, anything like that. And some of the rules that we have now is no videos of meltdowns, children, medical images, any injuries, anything. Because people will take a picture constantly of their kid at the dentist and you can see the kid is clearly like having a meltdown. And I'm like, no, that's a trigger to some people. This just not on. Or their kid lost a tooth. Let's take a photo of this. And oh my God, is that normal? They're bleeding. No one wants to see. And like, a friend of mine just had brain surgery because he had a shunt removed, and he messaged me and he's like, do you want to see something? And I said, do not send me a picture of your scar. I've already seen it. I don't want to see it again. He's like, oh. I was like, I'm a nurse. I can handle a lot of things, but sometimes static images, they don't look good. And you're also one day, no, 3 days post surgery. You had a lot of dried blood there. And I'm like, that's gross. I don't want to see it. I can deal with fresh blood and stuff, because when I was in like learning to be an RN, ortho was one of the places I really wanted to go, and I went to the ward and I had to clean this guy's leg who had that halo cast, so he had rods in his leg and then have the ring around it, and it was my job to go and clean it every day. And it was totally fine for the first couple of days because it was still fresh, but then the dried blood got there and I was like just was a bit like and also one of my subscribers, she said, one of her kids the other day was banging on about like needing an iPhone or something. And I said, my iPhone is an XR or 7 or whatever. It's that old. But guess what? I upload on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. I do this. I do that. Oh, there it goes back again. Yeah. I have a scar on my head. I told someone that I was part Klingon. And they're like, seriously? I was like, oh no. When I was, I think 5, I remember the day. I remember the actual thing. We were shooting netball hoops in the backyard and it hit the pole, and the netball pole, she had those big metal netball poles with the cross base, and it wobbled and it come forward. And I think I just stood there looking at it. And I think I went to put my hands up to stop it. Rather than move out of the way, I just stood there and bang, smashed me right in the head. Mum was inside with Auntie Ray having a coffee because not really my auntie, but you know, back in the 80s, everyone was your aunt or uncle. The cousins ran in. Oh my God. And I remember being at the doctor's getting sewn up as well. I remember those strangest things. Yeah, family vloggers, they post heaps of stuff. There's some people online that have just had a baby recently, and I wonder how much they're going to actually share a baby. And then there are some family vloggers now that they pretty much don't share any children, and they say that they regret all the times that they have shared children as well. So it's interesting. Oh, it's like, oh, I watched something online the other day. This guy was saying his wife was giving birth and he nearly passed out. He was like, oh, very well. And apparently the nurse went, oh my God, how embarrassing for you. Zero sympathy. I'm going to have to go, guys, because I am busting for the loo. And yeah, my voice is getting really croaky as well. And I'm going to watch some YouTube and chill and think about what I need to do and clean up a little bit. So thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Honestly, I wasn't sure if anyone was going to be here, and I thought I would just jump on. So I might ask on the community tab on YouTube. That's what I'll do. Some of you guys don't have Facebook, and I'll do a poll on there about what you want to do. And yeah, maybe like the first Sunday of every month, I can do a chat, or whatever day works well. But I used to do every Wednesday night. Oh, was it Wednesday or Friday night? I can't remember. But anyway, I might put up a poll and get some information and then see. And I'm really going to try and do a live again from the garden, even though I am recording for you to put down a compact video. But some people just like to watch me in the garden and do stuff. So thank you to everyone that's here. I really do appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.